from the Fox 5 studios. This is Silver State Sports Live.
It's Friday. We made it, fam.
Heck yeah.
Very exciting. We're all happy for March Madness, but VGK fans not so happy this afternoon. Welcome inside Silver State Sports Live. I'm Mike Davis.
And I'm Mariah Janos. Yeah, not so pretty shutout for the guys in gold. We'll break that down in just a sec. Plus, the Runnin Rebels are gearing up for the second round of the NIT. We'll take you live to the practice facility, and later, a little closer look at the A's and the young prospects you need to know about. But first, we start with the Vegas Golden Knights, a team solely responsible for my hair loss, for my stress. Just another tough one at the Fortress last night as the Utah Mammoths shut out the Golden Knights 4-rip. It's Vegas' second straight loss. Not a good way to end the homestand. Here's head coach Bruce Cassidy after the game.
There comes a time you got to shoot the puck on those situations. They're not grade A's, but they're grade B pluses, right? You got to put it on the net. You got to trust your shot. These guys are all goal scorers, can score in this league. We've gotten away from a little bit of that. That would be my concern, and the fact that we were off net 28 times, that's a bit of a problem. So to answer your question, my concern, of course, we got shut out 2 games in a row. I think our expected was 2.8 the other day, and today I'm going to guess it's going to be close. So it's not like we're generating nothing. So there's that part of it that is a positive. Hit the net a little bit better, hit the net more often and take the shots that are there. We're overpassing a little bit.
All right, so let's take an updated look at the standings, specifically the Pacific Division. The Golden Knights sit at third place, currently behind the Oilers and Ducks. 13 games left to go. It's officially panic mode. And when it's panic mode and we're panicking, the first thing we do is make a call to Tony Cordasco, our therapist. We love having you here.
Hear us out.
Host of the Locked On Golden Knights podcast, which you can find right here on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. So, Tony, thanks for being with us in the studio. It's good to see you. Let me ask you this right off the top. Are we officially in panic mode?
Oh, absolutely. And I just can't understand why in the world they would start Aiden Hill 6 consecutive games. That made absolutely no sense. I don't know what went into that thought. Again, he wasn't very good. The first 3 shots all go in net last night. And people are like, well, it's the defense in front of him. No, he slides over. He's out of control. He doesn't have the right positioning. And to me, that's a major part of the problem. The other part is being like you, Mike. Sometimes you try to be too cute. Well, that's what they're doing.
I do try to do that.
But
he
that's
does
what
try.
I can't help it.
That's what the Golden Knights are like now. Yeah, they're overpassing. And then they can't even hit the stinking net.
Yeah.
The last 2 games, they've missed the net 50 times. Think about that. And a lot of those, Cassidy said they're not A+ chances, maybe B+ chances, but they're right there on the doorstep. You got to put it on net. Oh, let's blame practice. Lack of practice again. We're going to get that on the road.
It's funny because Mariah made fun of me today for even dressing up a little cuter than usual. Like, I tried to be a little, that's why
you missed the memo,
because
but
I
you
tried
didn't
to
wear
be
blue.
a little bit more
I'm like,
hip.
oh, Mike's trying to be cool today. Look at his outfit.
It's Cool Friday.
Yeah,
You need to cool us off.
It's nice. It's a nice
It's a
denim.
good look.
That's what you get.
It's a
Friday.
good look, but you're not wearing blue like us.
Right. Again,
You're not
I
in the
seem to
club.
match with the guests. You got to get on the same page. But that's okay. So you just mentioned the goaltending. That's been an issue all season. That was a big question around the trade deadline. Obviously, they did not do anything. Would you pinpoint that as the most glaring issue? Or, you touch on the defense and the blue line and the lack of defense, but also scoring.
They can't score.
Right. So
yeah, it's a combination of everything. I think what's happening now, I think Cassidy alluded to it, that they were finger pointing in the locker room not too long ago. There's no chemistry. They're missing chemistry on this team. And they have enough leaders on this team. I don't know why it's not working out, but that's one of the biggest issues. Again, not scoring. They need to score. It's been 2.5 games now since they scored a goal, since that Pavel Dorofeev goal against Chicago, right? So they're not putting the puck on net or in the net. You have problems there, but goaltending, number one issue. I thought during the break they had a good opportunity to fire Sean Burke. This is something that's systemic, right? Within the system for the Golden Knights, they need to do something to clear it up. And again, it has to fall back on him. Why would you start Aiden Hill 6 straight games? I'm just confounded by that.
Especially when you've been going back and forth, and that's been the approach of swapping out your goaltenders.
Right. And Akira Schmidt, hips don't lie. That guy, he's been okay, right? Yeah. And he always he's one of those guys who go to the bullpen, hey, let's bring him in.
Right.
And he settles down. He's done it for Aiden Hill before this season.
I love Akira. Oh, baby, when you okay, I won't do the whole thing. We got 13 games left now.
I thought you were going to say 13 seconds.
No. Our producer isn't wrapping us yet. So 13 games left.
Right.
We all know there's so many issues as you just dove into. Who's the singular person, the X factor that can turn this around? Because I think from an on-ice standpoint, and as you just mentioned very eloquently, the fact that there's a chemistry issue, I thought that was what this team had in spades. So who is going to be the X factor who can turn everything around?
Well, it appears as though they've pinpointed Mitch Marner. So Marner last night on a line with Eichel and Dorofeev. And this is the panic mode, right, for Bruce Cassidy. And then they also had him paired up with Shea Theodore playing defense. He was a defensive pair last night. So to me, it's got to be Marner. It's got to be Eichel. Those guys have to step up. But again, you also need complementary scoring from the bottom six. That's been an issue all season long.
Marner's having flashbacks to his time in Toronto. He comes here. It's not looking much better right now.
Not rosy, yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, as we mentioned, it's really crunch time here. Bold prediction. Do you think the Knights even make the playoffs at this point?
I say they go on a one-game winning streak and they win by a point.
Yeah.
They win this. This division is horrible. Mm-hmm. It's awful. No one won in the division last night. Were the Kings the only team to score goals?
Yeah.
A goal last night. No one wants to win. It's there for the taking. And sooner or later, I think things will kick in for the Golden Knights, but we've been saying that for a while.
Okay, you always tell it like it is, so we love that. Now let's shift to the Raiders for a second. News of a potential ownership succession plan is in place. That is, if Mark Davis ever decides to sell. So basically, ESPN reported that the NFL owners are expected to vote later this month on a plan where Davis sells 7% of the team to a guy named Egon Durbin. If that would happen in the future, he would have the option to buy a majority interest of the franchise if the team were to ever go on sale. So basically, he gets the 7% now and that first look offer if anything were to ever happen.
Yeah, now Mark Davis, who turned 71 in May, of course, inherited this franchise from his father, Al, absolute legend. But also to note, he does not have any children. So Tony, what's your initial reaction to this? To me, when I heard this, it sounded like when my mom asked me to be her healthcare proxy. And I was like, this is really morbid. I don't know if I'm comfortable, but that's the vibes I'm getting from this.
Well, first thing, what matters is he needs to adopt me. He has no kids.
Yeah.
We were just saying that too.
I'm not related. I mean, you would think Davis and Davis, we could be, it would be such a good family situation.
If they were related, Mike would be married by now. Not sure if it would be for the right reasons.
Listen, Mark can come over for Passovers next week. Come over for Pesach. Let's do it.
We love it.
It would be crazy, right? Could you imagine the Raiders, though, without a Davis at the helm?
I can.
First time in 50 years, that would be. And I just, at Montclair Immaculate Conception High School, by the way, that school, my high school closed down last year.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know. Anyway, I was not good at math. That's where I was headed.
That's why it closed down.
So this Durbin guy, that's why it closed down, exactly.
It wasn't you, it was the teacher.
That's why an extra hour each day for detention. I had to pencil it in. Yeah. The reason why, so to me, Durbin is worth $2.5 billion. The valuation of the Raiders is $10 billion. Mm-hmm. So how does this guy become the majority owner? He owns 7.5% interest right now. But how does he make that work? I know he's in the financial world and what have you, but I can't see he's going to have to get a lot of other people.
Well, he has some assets. I think he does have ownership stake in a pretty big soccer franchise.
A soccer team, right?
Yeah, so he does have that. And he's supposed to be boys with Tom Brady. So I think that could be a big reason for this as well.
Yeah, why would Mark Davis get out of it now when they finally have a chance to win?
Right.
Like, he's not going to, but you do have to have that succession plan. They did it actually when Al Davis was there.
I mean, we are seeing, though, just with all this venture capital and all these firms, it just seems the trend in these major 4 sports leagues, ownership groups are more so taking over rather than just a family being the sole owner.
One sole person. Yeah. It's a little bit from here and there, and a lot of celebrities getting involved as well. So I wonder how appealing the Raiders are to the outside world to get in on that. It's going to be interesting.
A lot of money. I mean, the valuation just keeps soaring. It went, last time I looked, it was like 7 to 8 billion, and now it's up to around $10 billion.
Yeah.
So it's great. I think it's good, and they will need somebody fresh, new to come in and to help to bolster this franchise sooner or later.
Well, Tony, you're the best. Feel free. You can pool your money with us. We were talking about going in on the NBA franchise as well.
Let's do it.
Me and all my $2, I think we're going to land it.
I'll sell my high school. We can use that
all
money.
right. We're not going to rely on your math skills for any of the documents.
The nuns put it out of business.
Okay.
Blame the nuns.
All right. Still to come on Silver State Sports Live. It's starting to heat up here in Vegas, and so is the A's pitching staff. We're telling you about the pitcher who struck out 11 yesterday. That's when Silver State Sports Live returns.
And don't forget, the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network is your home for the most live local sports. This week, catch the Desert Dogs on the road in Rochester tomorrow night at 7. Then on Sunday, it's UNLV and San Diego State in softball at noon right here on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network.
You're watching Silver State Sports Live.
All right, so despite the Athletics dropping yesterday's spring training game against the Mariners, the starting pitching was not the issue this time around in the 6-4 loss. Off-season acquisition Aaron Civale did some serious work, shoving for 6 innings, racking up 11 strikeouts, allowing just 2 hits, no runs.
Sticking with A's pitchers, the club announced that their ace, Luis Severino, will get the start on the mound for opening day in Toronto. Sevy is coming off a stellar World Baseball Classic performance, we all remember, striking out 6 in just 3 1/3 innings of work.
And by the way, you can catch Luis Severino and the A's in action in their season opener next Friday in Toronto on Fox 5 at 4 p.m. It's one of 20 games you can catch on Fox 5 this season, including all 6 A's home games at Las Vegas Ballpark in June. Head to fox5vegas.com and the Fox 5 mobile app to see the full schedule.
All right, now for the Athletics in the pipeline. We got a front row seat to how this farm system is going to be shaping up as the organization's top prospects will take the diamond this weekend for spring breakout. The up-and-coming big names we're going to see, Leo DeVries, my dude, and Jamie Arnold. They're going to all be in one place as they take on the Brewers prospects this Sunday at 1:05.
Yeah, and there's no question the Athletics know how to draft. This minor league system has talent oozing from every direction. So I got to ask you, Mike, you just mentioned DeVries, Jamie Arnold.
Yeah.
Which prospect are you most excited to see on Sunday?
Well, I had to throw you a curveball, Mariah, because you know I have a man crush on Leo DeVries.
Yes.
I love this guy ever since he came into the system from this trade with Mason Miller. Now, listen, let's talk about this guy. DeVries is a special guy. We know he's the #1 prospect for the A's, #4 in all of baseball. But the guy I want to focus on is a dude named Henry Bolte. This is a guy from the Bay Area, 22 years old. Here's what's the problem right now for the Athletics and their farm system. It's too loaded. It's too stacked. Where are all these guys going to go? DeVries, he can't play short now. We already got Jacob Wilson. So now Bolte, this guy, let's just hear what manager Mark Kotze had to say. He told this to Martin Gallegos of MLB.com. He said, there is no reason why he can't have an impact on the team this season of Henry Bolte, the outfielder, 56 overall pick in the 2022 draft. He said he's the most athletic next to Denzel Clark, meanwhile has the most power next to Brent Rooker. So this is a 5-tool prospect, a guy who's been on fire all spring training long. He can do a little bit of everything. The big issue is Soderstrom, Mariah, is in left. Denzel Clark is in center. And then you got Lawrence Butler in right. So where does this kid play?
They're too good.
They're too good.
There's
so
too much depth.
It's a good problem to have. I'm very excited about this kid. He committed to Stanford, but then ended up going to the big league. So hot start for him. He was batting like .353 at the beginning of spring training. So I'm excited about this guy. But Henry Bolte, that's a name to look out for. How about you?
Yeah, okay, so I have someone that maybe people don't really know about yet, but I need you to know. I need you to remember this name. I have a really strong feeling we're going to be talking about this kid for quite some time. Shotaro Mori. Yes, he is from Japan. He is the highest paid Japanese amateur when he came stateside, and the A's signed him just a year ago. And here's why he's so special, you guys. He's a two-way player. He is a right-handed pitcher, and he also plays middle infielder. And also, on top of it, the man can hit. He said personally his goal is to pitch like Jacob deGrom and to hit like Eli De La Cruz.
You're telling me he's got some Shohei in him, though.
Oh, he's got some Shohei, some big-time Shohei in him. He's projected to start in Stockton at the high A level right now. The plan is to have him play at second base a couple times a week and pitch once a week and see how he develops from there. So should he stay on track, he's already throwing gas, hovering around 95 miles per hour, so he can do it on the mound. He plays shortstop primarily, but I think they're going to move him over to second because of the depth issue that Mike just talked about with Leo DeVries already there as well. So that would probably be a steeper uphill climb for him should he stay at shortstop, so why not move him over to the other side of the bag? So it's going to be really exciting to watch this kid develop. I love it. If the A's get a future Shohei Ohtani.
Oh my God. That would be box office entertainment right there on the Las Vegas Strip. That's what we need at the ballpark.
Right.
So
the future is bright. No matter which way you slice it, no matter what level, this A's farm system is just filled, absolutely stacked with talent.
GM David Force doing a great job. All right, guys, coming up, we're checking in on the Runnin Rebels before they hit the road to Tulsa. Paloma Villicana has the report from Mendenhall Center. After pulling out a nail-biting win in UC Irvine for round one of the NIT, the Runnin Rebels are moving on, slated to face Tulsa on Sunday afternoon. So bags are packed, the bus is loaded, and the Scarlet and Gray are gearing up for the Golden Hurricanes. Josh Pastner and freshman forward Tyron Jones met with the media earlier today.
Our energy in practice today was good, and guys are good, and they're excited to go play on Sunday. And we know it's a tough challenge. It's going to be another true road game, but we've been pretty good on the road this year, so it'll give us a great chance to see if we can continue to build on that.
Just getting ready to go out there, it's a quick turnaround. We play Sunday, so we'll just get our minds right, get our defensive minds right, offensive mind right. Just going into the game happy, knowing that we have a great chance to go far in this NIT.
And our very own Paloma Villicana is on the beat. I love seeing her on this BAM. She's so beautiful, just blowing it up big time. All right, PV, let's start with the energy from today's media availability. I know you heard from Coach Pastner and Tyron Jones. What was the main message you were getting from them and the entire team? Where's the energy level at?
It is always positive in this building when you have Coach Pastner at the helm. These guys are excited, energized. I think I mentioned they thought their season was over. They had no idea they were going to play in the NIT. They found out on Sunday night at 6:30 when the bracket came out. Isaac Williamson was already on his way to California. He turned around, got back into the building, and these guys came out with a huge road dub on the road at UC Irvine. Great game for Tyron Jones. His dunks, his shot blocks. I mean, that kid is a really special talent. Las Vegas native, by the way. So Josh Pastner hoping to keep him and his core here at UNLV. These guys could really do something special here in Las Vegas if they decide to stay, if they can financially stay here at UNLV. Of course, they are focused on the next game on Sunday at Tulsa, round 2 of the NIT, getting ready for another 40-minute fight. It's been a lot of fun on the road with these guys. Like Josh Pastner said, they've been really good on the road this season. They swept Utah State. They swept Boise State. They've shown that grit and toughness. So that's exactly what we need to see on Sunday, a 40-minute fight defensively at Tulsa.
They're great on the road because they get to get those gas station snacks. We see all the social media of all that, so that's always cool to see. But let me ask you this. I mean, Just in terms of Tulsa, what are they keying in on just to make sure they pull out the win in round 2?
Yeah, Tulsa is very talented. It was a back-and-forth ball game. First round, they won that game in overtime against Stephen A. Austin. So no doubt getting ready for another talented team. I think they have a little bit more of an edge in this NIT tournament. The players tell me they weren't happy with how their season finished and a 20-point blowout loss against Utah State in the Mountain West. The Runnin Rebels, they gotta want it more. They gotta bring that edge on both ends of the court. We know offensively they're a very good team. They are the Runnin Rebels. They got Dre Gibbs, Lawhorn, Tyron Jones. They have so many weapons on this team. Defensively, they got to put it together for 40 minutes against Tulsa and come out on top. Talking to the players, when they found out they were in the NIT tournament, they told me they want to win the NIT championship. Mariah, I'm packed for a week. You know how hard it is to pack for a week.
Oh, yeah.
I want to stay out on the road to pack for a week and hopefully finish up this tournament in the championship game in Indy.
Yeah, no outfits should be spared. You got to rock a new one every single day. Wear what you packed. But, P, before we let you go, everyone's wondering this. You mentioned it off the top there. When it comes to retention, that's the biggest question surrounding this team because there are a lot of key pieces here. Have you heard anything from the fundraising side or just what this program is prioritizing when it comes to retention?
Yeah, Tyron Jones was asked today if he's thinking of that, if there's anyone in his ear telling him, oh, you could make more money at this school, or, oh, we're offering you this much money. Even Josh Pastner commented on it today. They are so focused on the NIT tournament, winning the next game at Tulsa. And of course, these guys keep winning and win the NIT championship, then people here in Las Vegas are going to open up their checkbook and really want to pay these guys more. So you win more games, you get paid more games. So that's exciting. And not only for the Runnin Rebels, but for UNLV football, too. It is so important to keep these guys here. And just the UNLV brand, too. We talk about an NBA team coming to Las Vegas. That only helps UNLV, the brand here. There are NBA stars here in this building practicing in the offseason. So the future is bright for the Runnin Rebels.
All right, Paloma, thank you so much. Safe travels. We'll be right back after a short break.